All right, welcome everyone. We're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we're here for
That time I got reincarnated as a slime, Season 2, Episode 4. Yeah.
Yeah.
Feels good every time you say it, all the way through.
Absolutely.
But, do you know what else feels good? Having a wizard that just pulls the melee fighter into the ground, you know, to defeat them, because why the fuck would you do anything else?
Yep, it's easy.
Yeah, it's easy.
Earthbenders are OP.
Yep, 100% chance of victory. Yeah.
Yeah. You are restrained, and then I
Are there
start
any restraints?
crushing you to death slowly.
Yep, exactly. Or just, using a vacuum to make them suffocate. You know,
Right,
there are
that
so many options, so many wonderful ways in which to kill those feeble mortals that
Wizards
don't use
are
magic.
the coolest class in D&D.
Yep.
It's just,
But the fighters do get to cheer them on and be their clapping squad when they kill gods at the
their
later
emotional
levels.
support frontline.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. They're the ones that stop the ones that break the concentration checks from getting too close.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Yep.
So that the wizard's powerful concentration spells continue to kick ass.
They're the early rockets in the takeoff,
Right.
Yeah.
That's
Get
a
you
great
past those
way to
early
describe
levels,
it.
and then
It's fantastic.
Uh-huh.
We've also got, though, the actual gigachads of the MMO sphere, the merchants,
That's right.
The economists,
Stonks.
the ones that break the markets and everything, who are going to have to interact with an empire that has a greedy king
Yes.
and yet controls a lot of the
trade and
flow,
such. Yeah.
which is cool because if Rimuru's people are going to then become a epicenter of trade, that
The
kind
booze
of
must flow.
yeah, that makes them kind of become competition without even necessarily wanting to be.
Indeed, we don't have to have violent fights. We can have fights of market share.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
Who gets what?
Exactly.
So let's go find King Bezos over here and kick his ass.
Defeat the 5 billionaire.
Yeah, defeat the 5 millionaire. I love it. So y'all, without further ado, let's get into this. All right, everyone, now be sure to go check out the reaction portion of the video in the description below, then come back here for the discussion.
All right.
This arc's starting to pick up.
Yep, we've got a rush order of freedom on its way to
Oh my God.
the nation of Tempest, because they've got a lot of riches and wealth and all of that
Yeah.
stuff that they're starting to get, and we can't have that.
Yeah, we
can't have that. So
Can't have that. So those natural resources and
we'll
all that
Deus
potential-
Vult all over.
all over them.
Yeah.
I cannot tell you how much I love the idea that they're just like, oh yeah, let's go after the Catholic Church here.
Yep.
Let's go after the USA's just like freedom union
yep,
here.
uh-huh.
Like this is gonna be hilarious.
We're taking pot shots at everybody.
Yeah. And then the otherworlders who are potentially not even like I even got the vibe specifically that they're like, oh, they're gamers. These are like
totally.
These
Yeah.
are like
Uh-huh.
these are petulant. Like believe the world exists for them.
Right. These
gamers,
are the more realistic isekai protagonists.
Right. Like the shitty people basically are so selfish and self-oriented that everything is just like no.
Well, this is all a video game, right? I mean,
Yeah.
these people they don't really matter or exist, and
Yeah.
like, hey, we got all this power.
They said they got really random skills and stuff like that.
Oh, yeah.
That they're like, what the hell do we do with these?
What the fuck kind of skill is this? Bullshit, Maybe
that-
Rimuru could have been one of them if he had gotten a more useless power. But he got lucky. He hit the jackpot, and now it's gonna go into this whole class difference thing with isekai protagonists, because then it's like, oh hey, we got terrible powers, you got good powers, and
I mean, in some ways, I get the vibe that they're going to be ridiculously strong. It's just going to be their personalities of, no, I deserve all this stuff, and they're just the commentary on the isekai protagonist squad that is there to
mine.
Yeah, greedily take everything. So they're in the right kingdom for what they do there. It makes sense that they're here because they probably already went and did a bunch of shit. And they're like,
and this is
now
the kingdom that picked
now we're
them
just
up.
established. Yeah, we're cool here. We just eat good food and stuff. But they don't like the fact that they don't have all the amenities of our modern world here, which means there is a tiny infinitesimal, even though I don't want them to, an infinitesimal possibility that when Rimuru reveals that, oh, I'm from that world too, they'll be like, oh, so you get it. But
I can make you awesome shit. Wait, you got those powers?
You're Dr. Stone? What?
Yeah, I could definitely see that being the case, and the idea that they are having frustrations with those sorts of things. Let's be real. Even if we weren't egotistical people, that's like, hey, we deserve everything, and other people can just die or whatever. We would definitely have an adjustment period where it would be like
addiction to our screens would be
We'd be like, what the fuck?
What do I do?
Like,
you see her just picking her nails, and she's just like, I don't know what to do.
My attention span is 4.8 seconds. What are you talking about? I should go watch the grass grow. Like,
I mean, I see. This is the thing. Like, I totally understand the adjustment period kind of thing, but I've been in settings and stuff like that where I don't have that stuff for 2 weeks. I adjust after about 5 days. It doesn't take that long. It's more the thing I would say specifically where there's the no, I don't have a connection with any people that recognize all this stuff. So while they have 3 people, they clearly are not that close, I would say.
Oh, hell no.
They very much seem like they're just kind of stuck with each other.
Yeah, I wouldn't even be surprised if they weren't isekai'd all at the same time, and it's just that...
Or they weren't even friends before they got
Right, exactly. Yeah. And so this kingdom just ended up collecting 3 different otherworlders over the course of time, and it's like, okay, yeah, cool, you're all here together, and then they're like, oh, okay, what'd you get? Oh, I got this. Oh, okay, that's...
Yeah,
you know.
But one of them, Shogo, is a berserker.
Right.
Or at least he's known here as the Berserker.
Berserker.
Which in the same episode where he wouldn't die if he got killed, the reference was made.
They bring up like specific classes.
Right. I think Shogo might actually be he might even end up being a Fate reference where he can like conjure up like powerful armor that makes him go mad with a frenzied,
That would be hilarious.
I mean, they referenced Parasite, too. They made so many references, potentially.
Right, and it's not even just like an homage or whatever. It's he just prints the Parasite manga and gives it to his class.
Right.
Which, of course, yeah sure. So if they end up having something where it's like, wait, so it's basically like Fate. Yeah, but like we're the servants, which I guess... Well, actually, no. That's all right.
That's pretty good. Yeah,
servants are pretty good. Yeah.
Servants are way stronger than masters.
Right.
Like, people who aren't in with the Fate stuff know that, like,
the servants are where it's at.
Yeah. They don't know that the servants are where it's at. Right. Because I used the double negative. Right. Yeah.
Right.
But okay. We got a scheming kingdom that's going to set up an incident which will then justify a holy war. That's a perfect kind of long-term antagonist for Rimuru, but it also sets up a lot of things in where they're bringing up the idea of religion. And given that demon lords are a thing in this world, there's very much the possibility that Rimuru is going to get branded as a
god or something.
Well, no, like as basically like an enemy of the world.
Okay.
Because if this nation is so loved by that Western Federation, whatever group that they were talking about, the Western nations, then they can basically say,
they can have influence
he's evil and he associates with Kijin and demons and stuff.
Sure.
So clearly he needs to be stopped.
We must liberate their resources. Put an end to this.
But think about it. Say Rimuru just absolutely destroys them.
Sure, then they can
be like, we're the victims here.
Oh no!
Please summon the Western Alliance, and then it's oh shit, Rimuru, you can't just Nakama people now. Their greed and their fear is blinding them to the fact that you're not trying to do anything wrong.
Suddenly you're back in the real world.
Well, right,
it's like wait.
Right, but just the idea that we see him in this episode multiple times, like being like, oh yeah, he said something. Like he's not well equipped, really, to be
lackadaisical and kind of
leader on a very hardcore, serious level.
The game's going real great and easy.
He's playing
right now.
in easy mode. Yeah.
Yep, exactly. Right. And one of the things that I love about this is because he'll then have to deal with all of these more complicated things. That means that it's not going to be just as simple and binary as. There's an army of orcs that are just magically okay, they're on their way.
Just
here
go defeat them.
Right, go defeat them. Right?
No.
How
you fight them?
How do you fight them? Do you completely crush them afterwards, and then suddenly you're feared by all the other nations? That doesn't sound like something that would help with trade. Do
you like send specific reports out to your allies to be like, hey, this is what happened. We need you to spread the right information quickly. Before the narrative gets spun we're a nation of monsters and we're proven to be monstrous because of how we, did this horrible thing that is being spread, you know? We could literally end up in a misinformation propaganda campaign by, you know, Rimuru's enemies trying to, you know, brand him as this evil monster or what have you, when it's the, no, actually, it's completely different.
What I'm hoping is that this new girl, the wizard, she actually ends up being the one that ends up helping,
right?
Because she's from another place, and then is like, no, I was actually going over there doing infiltration stuff. This is the situation, and potentially, if she's from an organization that is separate from this nation that's trying to go after them,
right?
Then it could be something where it's the no, sir, this is actually an opportunity. Yes, we could go after the Kingdom of Tempest to try to defeat them, but if we come in as their timely allies, right, when no one else believed in them or whatever, you know, or no one else was able to help them or something like that, right? Sure. Then hey, we could get some good stuff out of that deal. You know?
True. But, I also like the idea that if, what was his name? Her master. What was his name? Kyle something.
What was it?
We have a whole ton of people.
Cromwell? No. Or was it Cromwell?
No, it's not. We'll get it later. But basically, we have so many names listed here.
A lot of characters in the show.
The point is that he could be one that would fall into the narrative of them being associated with evil people, basically.
Sure, that's true, too.
And then they could use that to perpetuate the war, even if they don't really ally with them.
Oh, no, this person was actually, that was in your midst, that you trusted.
Is a servant of this.
Supremely evil dude.
Yeah, let me find his name
Royal
here.
Ugly dude or whatever.
Yeah, I want to say it was like Cayman or something like that.
Oh, yeah, that might be right.
Yeah, but anyway. Yeah. Anyway, cool setup episode.
Yep.
I loved the goofy bit with Gobta trying to be like, wait, we could use her magic to do some tricks here.
No,
and then
he has really good reflex saves. He just avoids the pit.
Right. He straight up used a Bleach reference, you know.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, we're referencing all the things now. And I love that because he is one of the Kijin, basically, his martial skills are magical, basically. Like, that's how good he is.
There was also this bit where I was wondering if she actually was, like, not entirely going along with it, because she used a different spell, it seemed.
She used water to basically mudify the ground underneath.
Right, exactly. Which might have made it so that he could potentially sink, but that seemed very different from just there's a pit that I grab you with?
You mean the rune that she set up, basically?
Yeah,
I think that's what it was that the rune allowed her to remote cast without it seeming like it was magic.
Right, exactly.
Because if she enters into the fight, then it's no longer an actual fight.
Right, exactly.
He might think that they're tricking him with magic as an assisted ally.
Right,
but they need it to look like an actual martial victory. You know?
Right, exactly. Yeah.
And I like that. I like that. It's fun because it brings her in on the goofiness, makes her seem more likable because she's willing to participate. But then also it makes Hakuro more likable because he's like, no, I didn't beat you up. I know you were involved.
Right.
But like, I don't care. I just need to teach them a lesson about this here.
Exactly. Yep. Yeah, that was fun.
Yeah, it was good and silly.
And very quickly after the girl is introduced, get her in a hot spring. Because, you know, it's got to happen.
It's got to happen.
Yep. Yeah. But I do like how these new Otherworlders could be like kind of meta commentary on like these stereotypical like potential problems of isekai protagonists, or just, you know, what would happen if somebody got phenomenal cosmic power all of a sudden?
Yeah, the guy with the black hair and the spiky look and all that, he definitely is the like, I'm a isekai protagonist with just more angry expression.
Exactly.
Yep. But the guy with the lighter hair who's like all talking to himself and shit like that, I
feel like he's the one that we really actually have to be worried about because he's not as brash and open about things. But at the same time, he could potentially be reasoned with, because if they're kind of being held in a gilded cage to sort of do stuff for these people, I could totally sympathize with him being like, yeah, no, I kind of just want to kill the people that are imprisoning us, and then we can just get out and do whatever, you know? Like,
yeah. But okay, Milim's going to be brought back into things here. Yep, we got to see her ass because, of course, ancient demon lord lolly character.
She's totally not 9 years old or 11 or whatever.
Whatever. Yep, exactly. Yep. But all right. I would love to see this arc spill over into a global conflict where Rimuru's just like, oh, fuck, I thought we were just gonna sell, brandy and stuff.
Right, exactly. Have a good time. Nope.
And
I just came out here to have a good time, and I'm honestly feeling so attacked right now. Yes, that's what we're doing. We're attacking you.
And do you think that the dwarves would actually ally with them, though?
I think they would, but I could definitely see there being a technical issue where it's like, okay,
it's not worth it.
It's not worth it. What are we like? We don't want to leave our own borders open. You maybe are farther away. Well,
did you hear them talking about the geography?
Yeah, they were like, they don't have to go through our kingdom anymore because they can go through Rimuru's kingdom to get to Dwargon.
Which means that technically there is no immediate threat to Dwargon if they attacked, because they would have to go through the Tempest,
right?
The nation of Tempest first,
right?
Which means in some ways
probably not in the same direction.
Well, right, but then it could be that dark thing of where it's we have a policy where it's the
non-intervention and all that?
No, not a non-intervention, just the non-aggression. We were not aggressed.
Oh, so sure.
We don't just immediately go to war.
Right. Yeah.
Now, maybe the Beast Kingdom, because of their potential, startup ally there, that's why they were set up in the beginning as a no, they're going to come in and be like, oh, yeah, let's...
Wait, you're trying to...
never like those
You're
people.
trying to stop the flow of the spice... booze?
Yeah.
No, we'll fuck you up.
Yeah. Now, that would be the fun Nakama reason of no, everybody allies with them, has been trading with them. Because you're going to stop the flow of brandy?
It's the arcane thing of the word to the wise. Don't threaten the guy who pulls the drinks,
Yes.
And everyone's just like...
Yes. Great reference. I love that. But all right.
Okay.
All right, y'all. Thank you so much for watching this episode's reaction and discussion. If you want to see the next episode's reaction and discussion right now, though, go check out the link in the description below for our Patreon. You can get an early access there. You can watch full-length timer reactions there, and all this comes with Discord access, so you can chat with us in the community there about this show, about anime in general, and also be sure to check out our Twitch channel.
We stream every weekday. The info's in the description.
Yeah, so if any of that interests you, we'll see you there. But until then, we're Semblance of Sanity. I'm Caleb.
I'm Jacob.
And we'll see you all next time.